Hello aspirants, welcome to Spardha Line. In today's session, we are starting one new initiative called OMR Series. That is only most relevant topic we are going to cover, and that we are going to cover subject wise. Okay, so the basic that this topic is, it will be based on the previous year questions that asked in UPSC. So we are going to cover the questions from 1995 to latest one 2025. So just to give brief overview about this initiative particular. So there would this particular when it comes to the history portion, I have divided based on the certain themes. So one of the theme is PYQs based on the map. Then there are the other themes that we are going to cover. So to give just overview to you. So the other themes that we'll cover here, the first theme would be the question based on the maps. Then we'll cover the question based on the personalities. Then we'll cover the kings, their kingdoms, and the battles. Then we'll cover the text. So here we'll go on to cover the authors and the content in that particular text. And then last portion we'll cover here art. So we'll cover the Bhakti movement. We'll cover the religions. Okay, most important religion: Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, Bhaktism, along with we'll cover the Sufism. So based on these 5 themes, I'm going to cover all the previous year questions that came in UPSC from 1995 to this most recent is 2025. So the first theme is there. In this particular theme, we are going to cover the PYQs that based on the map. So UPSC repeatedly is asking questions that based on the certain places, they will ask it geographical description, they will ask the certain important points related to that particular place, and these are the repeating. So once if they ask a certain question, they will repeat it continuously. So one of the example that I can give you here, most recent one is this particular question UPSC. This particular question came in 2021. Okay. So see this particular question. So in 2021, UPSC asked one question. So this particular question is related to one place. Okay, 21. They ask some historical places and why they are known for. So first place was the Burzwam. Second, it was related to rock cut shrines. Second was the Chandraketugarh, and they said it is known for terracotta arts. Third was the Ganeshwar. They said it is related to copper artifacts. Okay, so now see the question that came in 2024 prelims. Okay, 2024 prelims, again they have repeated same theme. So they have asked certain archaeological sites, the states from which state they belongs, and the description. So again if you see the Chandraketugarh, so it came in 2021 and again it came in 2024. So there is one pattern UPSC, if you are closely you have gone through it, if they're asking some question in 2015, most probably they will repeat in 2020, in 2025. Okay, so this is the one pattern that UPSC repeated. Okay, so apart from this, if you see the question that if you analyze the 2021 ka paper, and if you know about the Chandraketugarh, now the Chandraketugarh is not located in Odisha, it is located in West Bengal. So how you will get to know this? When you will analyze the 2021 paper, That time obviously we'll go and see the from which state the Chandraketugarh belongs. Okay, so when you see it is the West Bengal, and even if you see the question they asked in 21, they asked it is related to terracotta art. Okay, now they're asking, they're telling it is a port town. So obviously again you will have the second chance to eliminate this one. Now when you eliminate this one, the first option is wrong, then you will come at the situation of this 50-50, because if we eliminated A and D went, so now we need to decide between either answer is B or C. Now if you see, these are the very close related. Now everyone know 3 is in both side, so 3 is correct. So you need to decide whether this is correct or this is correct. So now second one, Inamgaon. So it is basic fact mentioned in NCERT. Even if you see take coaching classes from anywhere, you see the NCERT or you see the standard book, this particular place associated in Maharashtra and it is calculatic side, it is mentioned everywhere. So obviously we'll come to answer that B is the correct one here. So what is the this is the important of the PYQ series, because what this PYQ helps. First, it helps in eliminating options. Okay, eliminating option, that is the first important of previous year question. Second, the important of previous year question, it gives you chance to build the content, and this content will come from the next, it will be useful for the next year prelims. Now to reduce your task, okay, so if you sit and started doing analyzing all the question paper from 95 to 2025, it will take minimum 1 month per one subject. So if you start doing from now onward, so by the end of prelims you able to hardly finish 1 or 2 subjects. So to reduce your this task or the efforts, I have brought this particular initiative where we are going to see the options. So here what we'll do exactly, we'll see the options here. This is now Chandraketugarh, that we'll see what is, where it is located, what is known for. Then we'll see the Inamgaon, then Mangadu, then again the Salihundam. So these are the 4 places are there. Now what is our task? It will go and see the geographical description as well as what they are known for. Now, so to make again our task easy, so the basically what the people do, they will start doing this work. Then now see the Chandraketugarh. Okay, this particular description I have brought about the Chandraketugarh. Now the Chandraketugarh, if you see, it is located in West Bengal. Again, there is one like striking picture. It is not the Mount of Khanamir or Baramir. So another, who is the Baramir here? They are referring Baramir. So he was the astrologer related to astronomy in Gupta time. Okay, so it is known for him only, and also this site continuously inhabited from the times of pre-Maurya to Pala period. So this is the one important facts. Then again, there are the Shunga terracotta art. So in 2021 question, if you see, it is, they mentioned that the Chandraketugarh is known for the terracotta art, but the terracotta art belongs to the Shunga dynasty, Shunga times. Also there are some potteries that carry inscription in Kharosthi and the Brahmi script. So what it signifies, this site is again inhabited or the was prominent during time of Maurya, because the Ashokan inscription that we find in Brahmi script as well as the Kharosthi script. Okay, again the Ptolemy, he mentioned this particular place as a Gangadharai kingdom. Okay, Gangaridai kingdom, that particular kingdom rule over it. So this is fact mentioned by the Ptolemy. Again the Chandraketugarh, it was connected to the Ganga valley by river called Vidyadhari. Okay, and it was the important center for the trade, but it was not a port town. So these are the facts that you will get to know. So to make your task easy, what I have done, so I have collected some places, okay, that are very important from the ancient time, the prehistorical time, Stone Age time to the recent one, Gupta time. So one by one we're going to see. Here we are going to cover the Paleolithic sites. Okay, so there what I have done, I have put the name of place, the geographical description, and what point you need to note, and also the particular period, that particular Paleolithic period, Mesolithic period, Neolithic period, or the Chalcolithic period. Certain important features are there. Okay, that also I have put here. So what we are going to do, we are going to see the what is more important from prelims perspective rather than studying wholesale. Okay, so this is would be our approach. Now if you see this one site I wanted to cover, okay, because I have not covered here. So this again you see this particular aspect. Okay, so it is about the Salihundam. So this particular village is located in the bank of Vansadhara river. Okay, so this is important because they already asked. Okay, if somebody has written the 2022 prelims, okay, they have given some caves. Okay, caves, or the they have mentioned some important places. Amravati was one the place. Okay, Ajanta one was the place, and they asked these places are located on bank of the which river. So from that perspective becomes very important. This particular place, that is a Salihundam, it is like situated on bank of the Vamsadhara river. Okay, and the Vamsadhara river is flows in eastern Ghat side or eastern side. Okay, so this is the important fact. Again they will ask you the site is which is the personality that related or the associated with particular site. So now that also fact I have covered here. The particular personality, Gedodu Venkatarama Murthy, he discovered this particular site in 1919. Okay, so this is the personality associated with this site. Okay, also this site is ancient Buddhist settlement. Okay, so why it considered ancient Buddhist settlement? Because we have find the votives, stupas, mahastupas, chaityas, viharas, sculpture of Buddhist deities like Marichi, Tara. Marichi also is in Hindu script, but it is associated in Buddhist philosophy also. Okay, so this is the important fact. Okay, also you can see this particular fact. All the remnants that built between 2nd century to 12th century, reflecting the different time of Buddhism. Okay, which sects of Buddhism associated with this? That is the Mahayana, the Theravada, and Vajrayana. These all three sects of Buddhism are associated with this particular place. Okay, now only rock cut cave shrines. Okay, rock cut cave shrines are not present in this site. Okay, so mostly are the built structure. Okay, rock cut shrines are not there. So this is a particular fact they have also asked in the question. Okay, Salihundam, they asked it is associated with rock cut or rock cave shrines. Okay, but this is not associated. So now you have got to know about this particular two site. Okay, that Chandrakatugar we have covered and Salihundam we have covered. So now the remaining site we will cover with the this in particular format. There we are going to start from the early Paleolithic and till the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, this is the one map. You just go through it. Okay, so here this map is very comprehensive, which will give you which particular place or the associated with the which particular historical period. Okay, so it has given the all the sites. Okay, the map is there. Some which site is associated to Iron Age. Okay, which is early Stone Age, late Stone Age, middle Stone Age, rock and cave paintings. Okay, these all the site. This will be this is the comprehensive map. We'll upload this particular map on the Spardhaline Telegram channel. You can join the Spardhaline Telegram channel and download this map. Okay, because this in one map you will get to know about the all sites. Okay, from the prehistorical period to the till early medieval period. Okay, so this map is very important. Now when we see towards our actual discussion, that we are going to cover the places, their geographical description, and the what point you need to like know about these particular sites. Okay, now the first that we are going to cover, it is the early Paleolithic period. First is early Paleolithic period. Okay, so early Paleolithic period. So why it is important? Because we found the early evidence of human in India. Okay, in early Paleolithic period. Second, the tools. The UPSC usually ask this aspect. Okay, what are the tools asked used during the people's the humans in early Paleolithic period? These were the hand axe, the clovers and choppers. Okay, and mostly these were the unpolished. Okay, this is the important fact. They will ask you whether the early Paleolithic people used the polished tools or unpolished ones. So this is the important fact that you need to know. Okay, third aspect, that these the people in early Paleolithic time, they were nomadic. Okay, and they lived in small communities, and the most like important personality associated with this early Paleolithic site is Bien Wadia. Okay, so here we'll cover the sites, we'll see the geographical description and what points we need to know about that particular site. Okay, now the Karnool cave, everybody know Karnool cave, it is situated in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so this is the state name. Where is Karnool cave? Then it is the Andhra Pradesh. So why it is important? Because the fire, the first time fire used in India in the early Paleolithic period. Okay, and who used this? Homo erectus. Okay, we are the belongs to the Homo sapiens. So previously there was a species called Homo erectus, that was the upright man. So these people used fire, and that evidence found in the Karnool cave. Second, the bone tools. Okay, bone tools of upper Paleolithic period also found in this particular site. Okay, so the apart from the tools that made of the stone or the other material, the bone tools used by the early people of the Paleolithic site. So this is the one important things you need to know. How you need to know? Because through you know the about Karnool cave. Okay, second important site is the Didwana. Okay, so this is the very important site because it is located in the Thar desert, that is Rajasthan, and it is known as the India's old George. Okay, gorge. So this is the important fact because it is this particular name came from the gorge with the same name situated in Ethiopia. Okay, from this name, this particular name say, and the archaeologists equate this Didwana with this particular site in Ethiopia. So that's why it is called that as the India's old gorge. Okay. Third important place that we'll need to know about the Bhimbetka. So the where is Bhimbetka located? It is located in Vindhyan range. Okay, Vindhyan range. Where is Vindhyan range? It is the Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Madhya Pradesh state. In Vindhyan range it is associated. And again the Ratapani Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, this Bhimbetka site is located in Ratapani Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is the most important aspect. Okay, we know the Bhimbetka, it is known for its painting, all these things. Then again we'll go cover this Bhimbetka when we'll see the caves. Okay, so but one important fact that is in current affair, that is Dickinson fossils that have found in the Bhimbetka cave. So this is the current affair part. So that's why this you need to know. So now they will ask you Bhimbetka, and there might be question what they will do. They will give you places and mountain ranges. Okay, now they might give you Bhimbetka and they will ask, they will mention some mountain range. Okay, now if they mention the Satpura, now the problem how people will confuse. Now we know the Bhimbetka is in Madhya Pradesh. Now we know Satpura makes some parts of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra. So obviously we'll be knowing that this Satpura is in Madhya Pradesh, Bhimbetka is Madhya Pradesh. So what we'll do, you will mark it correct. But we have seen Bhimbetka is located in Vindhyan range, not in Satpura. So this will be wrong. So these are the things. This is the way how we need to prepare yourself for the prelims. Okay. So next we'll see next place. It is about the places in the Middle Paleolithic period. Okay. So, okay. So some facts that you need to know about Middle Paleolithic period. The tools that used in Middle Paleolithic period, they called as new stone style. Why? Because of the use of flax. Flax means the pointed chips, blades, scraps, okay, which had the sharp edge. So these are the tools the humans started using in Middle Paleolithic period. And also these tools become smaller and more refined. So these are the facts you need to know about the tools used in Middle Paleolithic period. Okay. Next, the important places that we see in Middle Paleolithic period are the Son Valley, Narmada Valley, Tungabhadra, Sango Valley, Luni Valley, Nevasa. Okay, Nevasa is also located on the the like bank of the Pravara river, okay, in Maharashtra. So these all the rivers are there: Son Valley, Narmada Valley, Tungabhadra, Sangam Valley, Luni Valley, and the Pravara Valley. Okay, so these are the valleys which are associated with the Middle Paleolithic, and the personality associated is H.D. Sonkalia. Okay, so this is the personality associated with Middle Paleolithic. So this you need to remember. Next phase of the stone is the Upper Paleolithic. So what are the important feature of Upper Paleolithic? That is the evolution of the Homo sapiens. Okay, we are the Homo sapiens, and where this our ancestor evolved in the Upper Paleolithic period. So this is the important aspect you need to know from the prelims perspective. Next, the climate, it became the warm and the humid. Now tell me, the climate became the warm or humid. So what will happen? It will force the human for the discovery. And what discovery? It is related to technology. So how the technology evolves? This technology, evolution of technology, nothing but it is the conquest of human over nature. Okay, so what is the first significant discovery of human history? It is the discovery of wheel. Okay, discovery of wheel till today is the most significant discovery. What we call it is a AI, quantums. Okay, quantum technology, blockchain, whatever it is. And how these technologies came? Because of the quest of woman to conquest the nature. Okay, or to use the resources of natural for the greater purpose or greater use of a human. For that aspect, we have the going for the technological evolution, and that is the where the climate when become warm and humid. That time they started discovering of technologies. So what kind of technology? First is they started using the bone tools. Okay, where the bone tools found? We have seen the Karnool, we have found Muchatakka, Chintamani Gavi in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and the more important sites that are associated with Upper Paleolithic: Hunsgi in Karnataka, Atirampakkam in Tamil Nadu, Pahalgam in Kashmir. This is the most site. This site is in news, so you need to remember or know about this site. Site belongs to the Upper Paleolithic period. Okay. Next, Didwana, Rajasthan, Khatunora, Bhimbetka. These located in Madhya Pradesh. Then Azamgarh, Singrauli in UP, and Mayurbhanj in Odisha. So these are the sites that associated with the Upper Paleolithic. So again we will go into see this one. And again the personality associated. Which are the personality? Most important personality is the Robert Bruce Foote. Why is important? Because he conducted first systematic research of human prehistoric remains in India. So this particular person, the Robert Bruce Foote, he conducted first systematic research of human prehistoric remains in India. And when this research belongs to the period of the Upper Paleolithic. So these are the important things that you need to remember or know. Okay. Next we'll see what are the important sites that belongs to Upper Paleolithic period. So three important sites are there. Okay, one is in current affair that I have just told you. Okay, so first site is the Pallavaram. Pallavaram, it is located in Tamil Nadu, and this particular Robert Bruce Foote, he discovered first hand axe. Where he discovered? It is in Pallavaram, Tamil Nadu. Okay, this is the important. Second important site is Pahalgam, because of the terrorist attack in the Pahalgam. So this becomes it becomes very important. Now this Pahalgam, it is located in Pahalgam Valley along the river called as Leader River. Okay. Also there is one glacier located near the Pahalgam, that is a Kalahoi. Okay, and same the Kalahoi glacier and Kalahoi peak, that is associated or located near the Pahalgam site. Okay, so what we found in this Pahalgam site, that we found the early evidence of human civilization in Kashmir region. Okay, we found the earliest evidences of human civilization Kashmir region, then that we found in Pahalgam. Okay. Second, we see the Paleolithic artifacts such as hand-edged stone tools, hand axes, large flags. Okay, and also this particular site is base camp for the Amarnath Yatra. Okay, so that's why it is located, or it is very famous tourist site. Okay, and that's why the terrorists targeted it. Okay, so these are the important two sites that are related to Upper Paleolithic that you need to know. So next important phase of the history is the Mesolithic. When it comes to Mesolithic, the period that I have given there, the period is the 10,000 BC to 7,000 BC. So this is the particular period. So now what is the important feature of the Mesolithic? It is called as Middle Stone Age. So the Meso, it is nothing but the it is referring this Middle Stone Age itself. Now the Holocene period. Okay, this started with the Mesolithic period. Now we are entering into Anthropocene period. Okay, because of the human-induced global warming. So this particular period, the previous of the Anthropocene, that was the Holocene period, and that is started with the Mesolithic period. Now if you see the tools in the Mesolithic period, these tools become known as a microlithic. Why microlithic? Because they reduced in size, they were more pointed, they had the sharp edge, and the materials that used were the silica, shirt. Okay, these are the materials used during the Mesolithic period. Okay, next is the domestication of animal. So the most important feature is the domestication of animal. When it started in the Mesolithic period. Okay, agriculture began in later phase, but when the domestication of animals started, it is started in the Mesolithic period. So this is the very important like feature or the aspect you need to know. Next, the tendency to stay longer. Previously we have seen that there were in Paleolithic period, what was there? The people were nomadic. Okay, they not used to stay longer, but here the tendency to stay longer. Okay, sedentary life not developed, but they started staying longer. Okay, they started because of the we have seen the technology evolved, the tools become more sharper pointed. Okay, so the hunting become more easy. So the hunting become more easy means they can store the food. Okay, and again domestication of animals started. So the domestication of animal in the early Stone Age, it was not for the milk, but it was for the food. So the animal they started domestication means they used to get the food at one place. So that's why the tendency to stay longer period at one place started in the Mesolithic period. Now the certain sites that are related to Mesolithic period. Okay, that we will see. First site is the Mahadaha. Okay, this Mahadaha site is located in the Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and why it is important? Because we found the spearhead and arrowhead. Spearhead and arrowhead means bow and arrow. Okay, so the human can hunt from the longer distance. Okay, so the human had fear of animal. Okay, but now they can hunt from longer distance, so the casualty reduced. Now the hunt can longer means they can store the more foods. Okay, no need to put their life at a risk. Okay, so then again it is linked to this domestication of animal and their tendency to stay longer at one place. Okay, next important site, this belongs to the UP and the Gujarat also. Langanaj in Gujarat and the Kaimur in UP. These are the two important sites. That sites we found the Mesolithic pottery. Okay, the pottery, it is surfaced in large numbers in Neolithic period, but we found certain evidences of Mesolithic pottery where we found the Langanaj and the Kaimur in UP. So here we have found the evidence of the pottery. Why the pottery we have found? Because people used to stay longer at one place. So obviously they need the food. Okay, they need water to store. So from that they started, logically we can think, so tell that they started making the pottery in Mesolithic period itself. Okay, next site that is important, Sohagi Ghat. And this site is located in Uttar Pradesh itself. This is important because it is the first Mesolithic painting. Okay, the first Mesolithic painting discovered by Archibald Corrales in 1867. Where he discovered? He discovered in Sohagi Ghat. Okay, so this is the important thing. So we have known that Paleolithic paintings that we found in the Bhimbetka. Okay, that we'll see again. But when it comes to Mesolithic painting, where we find first time, it is in the Sohagi Ghat in Uttar Pradesh. And who was associated? This person, Archibald. Okay, and when he discovered in 1867. Okay, so these are the important things that you need to know. Next is the Bagur. This particularly important because the geographic, you see, it is located on the river Kotari river, and it is in the Rajasthan. Okay, this most important feature of this site is only horizontally excavated site. This is the only horizontally excavated site from the Mesolithic period. Okay. Next, the evidence of domestication of dog. Where we found? We found in the Bagur. Okay. So this is the important that aspect that you need to know about the Bagur side and the Mesolithic side. Okay. Domestication of animal, particularly domestication of dog. We have found evidence in the Mesolithic period. Okay. Next, Sarai Nahari. Okay, this particular site is located near Prayagraj. Okay, previously it was known as Allahabad, Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. So what we seen, we have found the oldest pottery in the world. Okay, where we have found? We have found in the Sarai Nahari and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and also we have found the fossils of the Homo sapiens, and this person known as Sai Nahar man. Okay, so the evidences of the Homo sapiens that we have seen in Mesolithic period, and the oldest pottery in the world, where we have found in the Sarai Nahari near the Uttar Pradesh. The near Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, next site, that next phase of the history is a Neolithic. It started from the 7000 onwards. Okay. onwards. Okay, so now this particular Neolithic site, it is known as New Stone Age, and the most important feature of the Neolithic site is beginning of agriculture. Where the agriculture started or began, it is the Neolithic period. The tools used in Neolithic period, it became polished long stones, blade and knives. Why it is became the new tools? There was need of new tools because of the agriculture began. So now to cultivate land, they need new types of tool, and to satisfy their need, what they started doing, they invented new kind of tools. Okay, next, pottery appeared in the larger number. When the pottery appeared in India, in the which phase, then it is a Mesolithic, but the large number pottery appeared in the Neolithic period. It is same kind of fact that is related to gold coins. Okay, if question asks who were the first dynasty to issue the gold coins in India, it is Indo-Greek. Okay, who like issued in large number, then it was the Kushana. Okay, same kind of fact. When the first time pottery appeared in the Mesolithic period, but large number in the Neolithic period. Okay, next, sedentary life began. Sedentary lifestyle began. Why began? Because they started doing agriculture. Okay, previously they discovered bow and arrow, so now they can hunt from the long distance. Now they are doing agriculture, so means whatever their basic need is there, food, okay, that is they are satisfying locally. So that's why they started the sedentary lifestyle. Okay, so the what sedentary lifestyle means, what we see the evidence of emergence of the human village communities. So when it started in Neolithic period. So the history of Indian villages or the villages in the world, it goes back to the Neolithic period. So this is the important fact. Then when they started living sedentary life, so they need the houses. So these houses mostly made of the mud and the bricks. Okay, so the burnt bricks, it started in the later period, but these houses made of the mud and the bricks. Okay, and the houses, shape of the houses were the circular, rectangular. Okay, so the houses were the either circular or the rectangular. So these kind of houses they started began, and these houses made of the mud and the bricks. Okay, next, they started wearing dress also, and dress made of cotton, the wools, and this is started first time. Again, this important feature of the particular phase is that division of labor, and this division of labor was based on the sex and the age. Okay, so now they are started sedentary lifestyle. Okay, so there is important aspect when it comes to the lifestyle of people. It is the, we say the primitive community was the hunting and gathering. Okay, because this is important to understand the division of labor. Now the hunting, this particular task is given to the men. Okay, the men used to go for the hunting. Now the agriculture began. Okay, so like whatever the needs are there, gathering the food, gathering, okay, whatever the green vegetables gather, that started doing by the women. Okay, so because of the domestic this one start, when agriculture started, this division of the society that started based on the hunting and gathering. So hunting task given to the men and the gathering task given to the women. So this is the division based on the sex. Next, division of labor, it was based on the age. Okay, so mostly the elder people, they given the responsibility to protect the village community or the village or whatever the food they store. So the young people, they used to go for the hunting, and the elder women, they given the responsibility to take care of the these small children in that particular community. So this was the division of labor. It was based on sex as well as the age. So these are the important facts that you need to know about the Neolithic period. So next, what started with this particular phase, we'll see the places. Okay, important places that associated with Neolithic period. Okay, so the few important places are, first important place is Mehergarh. Okay, everybody knows it is located in Pakistan, and it is the first agricultural settlement in South Asia. Now let me know in comment section which are the country that comes in the South Asia. So, and the Mehergarh, it was the first agriculture settlement that located in the South Asia. Also, what are the these grains we found, that wheat, barley, rice, ragi, these are the evidences that we have found in the Mehergarh. Okay, so this is important. Next is the Guptkar and Burzam. Okay, Burzam, that asked in 2021 question, when I shown you that time, there was the one place and what they known for, they asked. So this is the reference. So Guptkar and Burzam, these two places, they are located in the Kashmir Valley. And why they are important? Because we have found the unique dwelling pits. Okay, unique dwelling pits we have found there. They used to live. So now this is the surface. Okay, so what kind of unique dwelling pit they had? They had homes that digged under the ground. So now this is the surface of earth. So they had the homes in under the grounds. Okay, they used to live under the ground. Okay, so this is the unique dwelling pit, that evidences we have found in the Guptkar and Burzam. Second thing, the graveyards, they were within the houses. So the people who dies, they buried in their particular house itself. So this is the important fact. Then again, so they buried, okay, sorry, they buried with the pets, their pets. Okay, what are the pets, loved, beloved pets of that person who is dying, that these pets buried with that person. Okay, so these are the important things that we have seen in this Guptkar and the Burzam site. Next is the Chirand. This particular site is near the Patna, Bihar. What we have found? We have found the bone and antler tools. Okay, so this is the less known and the less important site. But what you need to remember, these two sites. Okay, these are the most important. Next site is the Koldiha and Mahagara. So these two sites are located in UP. And why these are important? Because we have seen the cultivation of rice and the cereal cultivation and the rice cultivation that we have seen in these two sites, that Koldiava and the Mahagara and UP. Next, the Karnataka, the sites, the Maski, Brahmagiri, Piklihal. So these sites are important because we have found the evidences of cattle herding. Okay, so this, from that perspective, these three sites from Karnataka are more important. Next important sites are the this Buddha, sorry, something different name came here, Tekala Kottal, and this site are also located in Karnataka. This site, why it is important? Because of the community food preparation and feasting, that evidences we have found in this particular site in Karnataka. Next important site is the Belan Valley. Okay, Belan Valley, it is located in where? Let me know in comment section where it is located. Okay, why it is important? Because we have found the evidences of all settlements. This particular Belan Valley, where we found the evidence of all settlement, Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. All three phases of the stone history or stone age, we have found the evidences in Belan Valley. So that perspective, this site is important. Let me know in comment section where this particular site is located. Okay, next that phase we see, that is a Chalcolithic. Okay, Chalcolithic or Chalcolithic, however you pronounce. So the most important feature of this chalcolithic site is the copper use. So the word of copper, this particular name came, that is copper or the chalcolithic. So the first time copper used in particular period. Second is the important ochre colored pottery. So this is immersed in this particular period. Next, grave goods. Okay, they buried under the floor of the house. Okay, so this is the important feature, that is chalcolithic, that we have found in the Gupkar and Burzom also. Okay, next they started using mud bricks for construction or construction. So this chalcolithic is the younger than the or the came after the Indus Valley civilization, but we found the Indus Valley civilization as more advanced because of the Indus Valley civilization we found there used burned bricks, but this chalcolithic they used the mud bricks. Okay, so this is the important. Next is the fractional buried. So this is the important feature associated with the chalcolithic period. Okay, so the important sites, okay, that are to do with the period of chalcolithic, they are the Ahar, Golan in the Banas Valley, then Nevasa, Jorwe, Inamgaon. That is also previous year question. That's so you need to remember, know this. Then Nashik, Daimabad. The Daimabad is the largest site in the Jorwe culture. So Jorwe culture, nothing but this particular chalcolithic culture. Okay, this particular we found the evidences in the Jorwe village, so that's why it is called as a Jorwe culture also. And the Daimabad, it is located in Maharashtra. It is the largest site in Jorwe culture. So the question might come again on this particular site. Okay, so remember this one. Then Chirad, Senwar, Sonpur in Bihar. These are the belongs to the chalcolithic period. Then Mahistal, Pandu Rajar Devi in West Bengal. This particular site, you remember, name is somewhat different. Okay, so they might ask question Pandu Rajar Devi. This is located in the West Bengal. Then Kayata, Malwa, Iran. These are located in the Madhya Pradesh. Kayata, Malwa, and Iran. Okay, so these sites are located in the Madhya Pradesh. So these are the important aspect that you need to know about the chalcolithic period. Okay, next that you need to know about the Ashmont culture. Okay, this Ashmont culture, it is morely associated with the Karnataka and the some sites in the other states. Okay, so the many sites in Karnataka, they are associated with this Ashmont culture. Okay, so the which are the site associated Ashmont culture? Bellary, Bagalkote, Budihal, Buditippa, Budigunta. Okay, now the Budi, if no you know Kannada, then you know Budi, it's nothing but the ash. Okay, so that's why the village name came with this way, Buditippa, Budigunta. So these are the nothing but they are referring the ash mounds. Okay, so these are located in Karnataka. And the one more important that you need to know, Sendur, Malai, and Gudiyantwa. These are located in Tamil Nadu, and these are belongs to the Neolithic sites. Okay, so these are the Neolithic site, and this Ashmont culture mostly belongs they are more or less contemporary of Indus Valley civilization, but there are the some Neolithic sites which are Ashmont belongs to Ashmont culture. They are the Sendur, Malai, Gudiyantwa in the Tamil Nadu. They are located. Okay, next important site is the megalithic culture. Megalithic culture means we know there are the stone builders. Okay, they buried people. Okay, so they put the stones everywhere. Okay, so you find the evidences. Okay, if you know the Vikings, the ancestor of Norse people. Okay, so they practiced till the medieval period, this megalithic culture. Okay, so this in India, the evidences we found from 5000 to the 200 after the Christ. Okay, 200th century. So in India it stopped in 200th century, but in other parts of world we found till the medieval period. Okay, next in South India we have found the megalithic culture. There are many sites. Then Indus Valley civilization also in eastern states. So these parts of India or Indian subcontinent, we have found the evidences of megalithic culture, and these are the megalithic culture or the megalithic site. They are located away from the settlements, because this megalithic culture primarily they were the graveyards. Okay, so obviously they will be located away from the settlements. Okay, so there are certain sites, okay, that belongs to the megalithic period. So the sites, so what are the sites in Karnataka? 3 sites are important: Hirebenakkal, Nilasakal, and Brahmagiri. So these are located in Karnataka. Then in Kerala, Kudaka okay, Kudaka Kallu in Kannada it is also it referring the stone, but they call it Kallu, it is referring, then it is in Kerala, so you can remember that way. Okay, then Junapani in Maharashtra, Amravati in Andhra Pradesh, Mudumal, Manganur Mandal, Orangutta in Telangana, and Adi Chanalur in Tamil Nadu. So these are the sites that are associated with megalithic culture, and these are important. Already UPSC in 2024, that first question that I have shown you, there they asked about this particular site. Okay, so that's why you need to remember the sites and which period they belongs. So when it comes to the other side, Chalcolithic side, okay, Chalcolithic side, Ashmount culture, or this megalithic culture, just remember which side belongs to the which state and the which culture. Okay, so this is the more than sufficient. So this is all about that Stone Age culture that I wanted to cover. So here I have finished the Stone Age culture, that only important things that we have covered. Then next we'll see, this is about the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so Indus Valley civilization, we'll see the places and what are the important things that are related to Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so when it comes to Indus Valley civilization, so first we'll see a few questions to understand what kind of question UPSC is asking. So after seeing the question, we'll understand how we need to prepare or the approach for the content that, or how to create a generate content for Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so first question UPSC that came in 2019. Okay, so they are asking which of the following site is not Harappan site. Okay, so that's why you need to know which is the Harappan, which is not a Harappan. So this particular site, okay, now let me know which is we have seen in previously. So we have seen this previous site in the Stone Age, so that is obviously it is not belongs to Indus Valley. Then if you see what they ask which is site, and they have given description. They asked in 1998, and again this question asked in 2020, also they asked in 23. Okay, so repeatedly they asking the question. So what they ask, they will ask place, the Lothal, and what is related to it was Dockyard, the Sarnath. Okay, it is belongs to the Mauryan period. So they asked about first sermon of Buddha. It is what this particular place describes. So they ask. So our concern is this one, this aspect, this approach. So what we need to know, we need to know what are the sites belongs to Indus Valley civilization, as well as what is the important feature associated with that particular sites. Okay, so these are the things we need to study for the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so now before starting, just go through this one map. Okay, so here this is one of the, again, the comprehensive map which gives you the sites of Indus Valley civilization, as well as, okay, the Indus Valley civilization, the other side, it shows you early agriculture sites. So early agriculture sites, some important one that if you want to know, that is this Judai Daru. Okay, so these are the Daru. So not all Daru belongs to the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, sorry, it is not one. It belongs to Indus Valley civilization. So this thing, one, if you remember, this mostly the site they have mentioned Daro. This belongs to the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, Judai Daro, Judairjo Daro, Mohenjo Daro, Lohamjo Daro. Okay, and again one more site is there, Chanu Daro. So these are belongs to the Indus Valley civilization, and the important sites that are not belongs to Indus Valley civilization, that are the early agriculture site. So one is this one, Gundai, Mehergarh, that just we have seen. Okay, Anjira, then here Kulli. Okay, these are the sites not belongs to the Indus Valley civilization. In India, if you see the Mitathal, okay, this particular site not belongs to the Indus Valley civilization. Then Sarai Kola, this also not belongs to Indus Valley civilization. Zang, this also not belongs to the. So mostly these sites, this is located in this upper region, that are not belongs to the Indus Valley civilization, that are the early agricultural sites. Okay, so most probably they are belongs to the Neolithic side, Neolithic or Mesolithic side, because where we find the beginning of the agriculture. Okay, so These are the map. This is map you can go through once and understand which are the site located with the water Indus Valley civilization or not Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so what we need to do, we'll just see the basic facts that are related in Indus Valley civilization, then we'll see the places, the Indus Valley civilization, their geographical description, and the what points you need to know about that particular site. Okay, so when it comes to the Indus Valley civilization, these are the important fact. Okay, the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so what you need to know, some basic facts that you need to know. Indus Valley civilization is older than the Chalcolithic, but it was more developed than the which one? Chalcolithic period. Next, the largest site in this valley civilization is Rakhigarhi, and this Rakhigarhi site located on the bank of the river Gangar in Haryana. Next, the smallest site in this valley civilization is Aladino, and this is located in Pakistan, not in India. So the largest site belongs to India, but not a smallest. So smallest belongs to the Pakistan. Next, the extension of Indus Valley civilization. If you see, northmost extension of Indus Valley civilization is Mandu, that located in Kashmir. The southernmost extension of Indus Valley civilization, Daimabad. Okay, this is the largest site in the Jorvi culture that we have seen, but also it belongs to the Indus Valley civilization, and it is located in Maharashtra. Then westernmost like extension. So if you see overall, that the westernmost would be Sutkagan in the Pakistan, but if you see only consider the present geographical boundary of India, then it will be Bet Dwarka in India. Okay, but overall westernmost site is the Sutkagan, okay, in Pakistan. Then easternmost extension of Indus Valley is the Alamgir, okay, and that is located on bank of Hindon River in the UP. And this Alamgir, this particular site is also called as Hindon culture because it is located on the bank of the Hindon River. Next aspect of Indus Valley civilization, that is the inscription. What kind of inscriptions are there? So the shape of the inscription, mostly it are the rectangular, that the triangular and the circular. And what are the material used? The widely used material is a stelite. So that is a widely used material. So the important you need to know about they use copper, because Indus Valley civilization is bronze culture. Bronze is nothing but the mixture of copper and tin. So it is called as bronze. Okay. So the people know the metallurgy better. So this is the one more interpretation you can draw. And so obviously they will use copper, then gold. This is important because UPSC will trick you here. They will ask, there was no inscription found with there is no gold inscription found in the Indus Valley civilization, but they used gold. Then also the terracotta. So this is the important thing. Okay, so these are the materials that they use for the inscription, and shape of the inscription is either rectangular, triangular, or the circular. Okay, then the inscription, this inscription mostly they were pictographic. Okay, so they depicted picture rather than the letters. So they depicted humans, the animals, but there was no cow. So this is important. And also there was a tree. Okay, they depicted human, animal, and trees. When it comes to animal, they are not depicted cow. So that is the important fact you need to know. So now the key personality that associated with Indus Valley civilization. First, the site is discovered by the Alexander Cunningham. Okay, he was the first Director General of ASI. Okay, and when he discovered in 1873, and also he interpreted Harappa stamp seal. Okay, the Harappa inscription is not a deciphered, but what he did, he interpreted stamp seal. Okay, but we don't have the valid interpretation. Next, the first Indian associated with the Harappan civilization, it was the Dayaram Sahani. Okay, in 1921. So he was not director, though during time of Dayaram Sahni, Director General of ASI was the John Marshall. Okay, and this John Marshall named Indus Valley civilization as a Harappan civilization. Okay, this is the important fact. John Marshall named Indus Valley civilization as a Harappan civilization. Okay, next the seal. The seals of Harappan seal, this was discovered by the John Fleet. Okay, and in 1912, okay, John Fleet discovered the Harappan seal, and Alexander Cunningham, he discovered first Harappan site. Okay, the Aram Sahani, he was related to Harappa site. Okay, so this we'll see in later on. So some important facts that you need to know about the Harappan civilization is the, okay, what are the port cities? Okay, now the port cities, what were the port cities of Harappan, because they might ask this question. So first was the Sutkagandur, okay, that we have seen in the map. These are the port city. Dabarkot, so these were located in Pakistan. So these two were the port cities, okay, Sutkandur and the Dabarkot in Pakistan. In India, when comes Lothal and Rangpur, these two were port cities in India. Then another important feature is what are the late Harappan sites. So late Harappan sites are, which are the late Harappan sites? They are Kudwal, Bet Dwarka, Daimabad, Bhagwanpura. So these are the late Harappan sites, means after the, when Harappan civilization declined, so that time these sites were present. There were some early Harappan site. Okay, early Harappan site was the Desalpur and Kot Diji. So now see the first question that we have seen here. Okay, they have asked you which one of the following is not Harappan site. So these particular two, Desalpur and Kot Diji, these were the early Harappan sites. Okay, Chanudaro was the mature period of the Harappan. Sohagora, it was associated with the Stone Age, not in Harappan. So this way you need to know. So now they have asked about Desalpur and the Kot Diji. So definitely they will ask the question next time if they are asking whether which site is located with the mature period, late period or the early period. So that's why you need to know about that. We are going to cover in again when we'll see the places. So now we'll move towards the like most important theme that comes when the Indus Valley civilization, the place, the geographical description, what point we need to note. So first site, it is the Mohenjo-daro. So this is the largest site in the Indus Valley civilization, and this located in the bank of Indus River, and it is in Sindh, Pakistan. So now the person associated with Mohenjo-daro is the R.D. Banerjee. So this person discovered a site in 1921. So what we found here, there we have found superficial evidence of horse, we have found the woven clothes, we have found the jewelry, the painted potter jars. We have this particular site rich in structure. So why rich in structure? We have seen the great bath, great granaries to store the grains. This we have seen here. Then bearded priest. Bearded priest means many times they consider Pashupati Mahadeva, they refer, or Adi Shiva. Okay, so this bearded priest interpreted differently. Then we have seen the post cremation burial. Okay, this we have found in the Mohenjo-daro. Then the bronze culture. Okay, this question came in question came in 2025 prelims. Okay, the dancing girl is made up of. So the dancing girl, she was made up of bronze. Apart from dancing girl, there were buffalo and the bull statue. So these were also made from the bronze, and that we have found in the Mohenjo-daro. Okay, so now the dancing girl, somebody we have seen the film Mohenjo-daro. Okay, when the last the Mohenjo-daro like goes under the Indus Valley after the breaking of dam. Okay, demolition of dam. So that time we have seen that they show the evidence that the this dancing girl going with the flood, in the flood. Okay, so this is the how you need to remember. Okay, so visualization is more important. Okay, so the bronze is the dancing girl, buffalo and bull, they made up of bronze. Okay, and they found in the Mohenjo-daro. Next important site is the Harappan site. Okay, the important site is Harappan site, and the Harappan site is located on the bank of Ravi river. So this is the important. Harappan site is not located on bank of the Indus river or the Sindhu river. It is located on the bank of the Ravi river. Okay, so this particular site discovered by the Dayaram Sahani. And who named the Harappan civilization and Indus Valley civilization, Harappan civilization? It was the John Marshall, not a Dairam Sani. Dairam Sani discovered the Harappa place. Okay, but overall Indus Valley civilization, who discovered? It was by the Alexander Cunningham. Okay, so the important what we found in Harappan, that was the 6 granaries we found. Okay, and where we have found the evidence of wheat and the barley, and these 6 granaries that we have found in Harappa, they are equal to the one granary, that is great granary in the Mohenjo-daro. So that was technology they had. So the 6 granaries in the Harappan, they were equal to the one great granary in the Mohenjo-daro. Okay, also we have found the stone symbol of lingam and yoni. We have found the mother goddess, the statue of mother goddess. We have found the dais, the copper scale, the mirror. Then in bronze, okay, bronze, we have found the dog chasing deer. So this is sculpture that made up of bronze. We have found that is dog chasing deer. Where we have found it? We have found in Harappa. Then stone and red stone. Okay, there are the nude dancing girl and the nude dancing girl statue and the male torso. These were made up of stone or the red stone. Okay, so this is need to remember. And important that we have found is H symmetry. Okay, we have found the burial that is known as H symmetry. Okay, so this is the important fact that you need to burial ground that is called as H symmetry. Okay, this is important. Next site is the Mohenjo-daro. This Mohenjo-daro, it is located on the south of Mohenjo-daro on the bank of Indus River. Okay, so Mohenjo-daro is here, Chanudaro is here. Okay, and it is also located on bank of Indus River. Now this particular site was discovered by the Majumdar when he discovered in 1931. So what we found here, we have found the human sacrifice, the clay model of four-wheeler. Okay, this is the important clay model of four-wheeler. Where we have found in Chanudaro. Then we have found the specialized drill. We have found bead making, seal, weight making. So entire things we have found here. So that's why they interpreted. And addition to this, there was no citadel. So it is called as, it was the manufacturing sector, because we have seen lot of industrial activity associated with Chanudaro and it had no citadel. So it is interpreted, or they say that it might be manufacturing center. Also this site was no fortified. So fortification was not there in Chanudaro. This is the important thing. Next important site is the Lothal. So now Lothal is located on the bank of the Bhogava river. How they will trick you here? They will say you Lothal was located on the bank of Sabarmati. Now everybody knows Sabarmati flows to the Gujarat and it flows into, or it drains into Gulf of Khambat. Many people will mark it correct. So no, it is not Sabarmati but Bhogava river, and where it is located in the Gulf of Khambat. Okay, so who discovered this site? It is discovered by the S.R. Rao in 1957. So after independence, this particular site is discovered. Then this particular Lothal is called the Manchester of Indus Valley civilization. So the houses that we have found in Lothal, they are made of the burned mud bricks. Okay, this is important because in other places what we found, the houses made up of burnt bricks, but in Lothal we have found the houses made up of mud bricks. Okay, so might be Lothal, it is located on the Gulf of Khambat, so humidity would be high. So to make it climate proof, they might have used the mud. Okay, because it absorbs the heat and it is keep the home cool during time of summer, and it makes it warm during time of winter. Okay, so that's why they might have used it. Then drainage, but drainage was made up of the burnt bricks. So this is the important thing. Then the entire settlement of Lothal was fortified because it was the most, or the one of the famous port city in the Indus Valley civilization. So that for the security purpose, they fortified entire settlement. Next, we have found citadel. Citadel was at height but not walled. Okay, citadel was at height but not walled. Then we have found the dockyard. So they have asked 2 times, they have asked a question that dockyard is associated with site, that is Indus Valley, Lothal. Then we have seen the fire altar, then measuring instrument made of 40 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree. Okay, so these are the things we have found in the Lothal. Next important site is Banawali. So this particular site is located on the bank of the Rangoli or the Saraswati river in Haryana. So the R.S. Bist, he discovered this particular site, and this particular site is oval shaped. Okay, so oval shaped, and this is the only site with a radial street. Other site what we see, the streets are in right angle. Okay, this way. So all street will be cut in right angle this way, but this particular city is with a radial street, means this way. Okay, and this is the which site it is? It is the Banawali. So this is the only city with radial street in Indus Valley civilization. Then next important is Dholavira. They have asked a question again, Dholavira. So Dholavira, they asked a question where, in which of the following site we have found the evidences of this water conservation. Okay, so now the trick you need to know, even if you know the geography. Okay, Dholavira where is located? Now it is located in Run of Kutch. Run of Kutch is nothing but a desert, or the Luni river, bank of Luni river. Luni itself is a seasonal stream. Okay, so that's why if you see the Run of Kutch, it is a desert. So obviously these people need the water, advanced water reservoir or the advanced water conservation technologies. So you can mark just by knowing the geography. That's why the geographical description and the what are the important aspect related to that site that you need to know for the prelims perspective. Okay, so now Dholavira, it is located in Run of Kutch on the bank of Luni river. Also this particular site, it was discovered by J.P. Joshi in 1991. Okay, and this also site, the entire site is fortified. Okay, so important aspect, water reservoir, bank, embankment, okay, made of stone. So these are the nothing but they are made for the water conservation, and that is site located in desert. So obviously they need this advanced water conservation technology. Important things, we have found the evidence of stadium, also the advertisement board. Why we call advertisement board? Because of it is the longest inscription in the whatever the inscriptions that we have found in Indus Valley civilization. Another important thing is it is located near to the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so this is the important thing. The Dholavira located near to Tropic of Cancer. Important that discovery is the stadium, the advertisement board. Okay, so these are the important thing, and also it is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay. Next, again there is one famous temple that located on the Tropic of Cancer. This site is located near Tropic of Cancer, but there is one temple, famous temple in Gujarat that located on the Tropic of Cancer. So let me know in comment section which is the temple. Okay. Next important site is the Kalibagan. So this Kalibagan, it is located on the river, bank of river Ghaggar in Rajasthan. Okay, it is located in Rajasthan. So who discovered this site? It discovered by the Ghosh in 1953. So what we found here, we have found the floor coated with the cow dung and tiles. So floor coated with cow dung. So what we call that present still in villages, this the floor will be coated by the cow dung or the buffalo dung, but it belongs to the from the period of Indus Valley civilization. That is the important thing. Okay. Next, the houses are with well. Even if you see, go to Rajasthan and see, many of the houses will have their own well. So this is also practice started from the Indus Valley civilization. These are the aspect where we see the continuous settlement or the continuation of traditions, that the evidences of tradition that we see. Next, the oldest plugged field. The oldest plugged field where we have found in Kalibagan. Okay, important thing. Next, the bangle factory we have found here. So the Kalibangan, this is nothing but they are repairing bangle. Okay. Then again fire altar, we have found it in Lothal, but we have found in Kalibagan also. And bone of camel. Now obviously the site is in Rajasthan, so they might have used a camel as a for the carry the burdens. Okay, the burden or their water logistic purpose. So that's obviously we'll found the bone of camel here. Then again the important feature, that lower town is fortified with burnt bricks. Okay, lower town fortified with burnt bricks. That is the important feature of this particular site. Okay. Next, Ropar. So this is the task for you. Let me know where it is located and why it is important. Because dog buried with a human oval pit. The dog buried with a human in oval pit burial. Okay, so dog is buried with a human. So that same thing we found in Mesolithic. Okay, we they started domestication of dog, domestication of animal. Neolithic period, we have found the Gupkar and the Burzum, where we have found the people are buried with their pets. So this same tradition we have found in Indus Valley civilization also. Next site is the Rakigari. It is located in the Ghagara and Hakkar Valley. Okay, and this is the largest site in the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so important feature, it was the jewelry making factory. And the another important thing is in 2012, the Global Heritage Fund declared Rakigari as an endangered site. Okay, so we know the endangered species. Who declares it? It is declared by the IUCN. But there is a fund called Global Heritage Fund. Now your task is search more about this particular fund. Okay, they might ask question. Okay, if it is in news, I don't know whether it is in news now or not. So Global Heritage Fund, it gives the status of endangered site to the historical places. Okay, next, the Kot Diji that we have seen in the question. So this particular site is located on the east bank of Indus River, and it is located opposite to Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is the west bank of the Indus River. This side is the east bank of Indus River, and that is opposite to Indus Mohenjo-daro. And this is the early Harappan site. Okay, so we have found the Tar, bull statue, mother goddess. We have found in Kot Diji. Okay, these are the things. They might ask question. Repeat again this one. So now the task for you, that the question they asked in 2002, same question, they are given the site and the findings. So let me know which one is the correct here. Okay, so many aspects I have covered here, so let me know which one is the correct. Next question is the about the original home of the Genepsis swords. The origin home of the Genepsis swords. This is the some random question. Try it and let you know. So this kind of question comes if you don't know. So the smartness lies in the leaving this kind of question. Okay, if you know, I don't think somebody who is attempting UPSC from 1995. But if this kind of question asks, UPSC asks, you need to leave it. So now UPSC has asked, okay, one question if you remember, they asked Levant region, where it is located, Levant region. Okay, in 2022 they have asked. So Levant region, it is the eastern coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so the Egypt, if you know, the Egypt, it was known as a one thing, that extra fact that I will give you, it is not covered in many aspects. Egypt, okay, in Hindi or the in ancient time and even the medieval time, Egypt was known as a Misr to India, but before that Egypt was known as a Kemet. Okay, Egypt was known as a Kemet to Indians. So if they ask question on this, it is bonus for you. Okay, so next topic that we might cover, it is about the so this is the one another one important aspect that we'll cover now only. So it is about the Mahajanapadas and the Janapadas. Okay, so this asking this particular question, if you see, they asked in 2006, they are asking between which of the following was the ancient town Takshila located. Takshila located, where they are asking Takshila, in which of the two rivers. Okay, this is the map and this is the Takshila. Okay, now you will see the rivers. Okay, so these are the different kingdoms. Now it is on you to name the rivers and find out the correct answer for this question. Okay, you can pause the video, see the rivers, name these rivers, and answer this particular question. So they ask. So now why I'm showing this, because there are a pattern that UPSC is asking, and that I made notes in last year, and 25 it worked for me. They asked a question on that I will show you. So this is the map of Mahajanapadas. So you can see the all the Mahajanapadas we have seen. I have that I have covered in this particular map. So important things that we need to know: this Cambodia, that was in Afghanistan. Okay, then this was the capital. Okay, so Roruka, Patala, okay, Kacha, we know again Saurashtra, Mahishmati, Asmaka, it is only site located in the South India. Okay, So again the important that Avanti is there, Matsya, Surasena, Panchala, Kuru, okay, Koshala, Vatsa, Kashi, Malla, Driji, Magadha, Anga. These are the important Janapadas. Okay, and now you need to know Janapadas. What you need to know here? You need to see the carefully which river flows near which Janapadas. Okay, because already they have asked one question. Takshila located between which two rivers? Now do you see the rivers? Okay, now they might ask question. Vatsa was located between the Indus. Yamuna river and the Ganga river. Okay, so this is the important things you will get to know from the this map. Or they might ask the Koshala located on the Sharui river. Okay, so we know that they will ask Malla located between which two rivers. So that's why we need to know. Or they might ask Panchala was located between the Yamuna river and the Ganga river. So these are the important things that's why you need to read the map carefully. You need to see the rivers where they are located. And why I'm telling, because of the question they have asked. So they have given the map here. They are asked to find out this ABCD, which are these four Janapadas. Okay, so you can, it is very easy question that you can see later on. Pause the video and see. So what I want to show you there, this particular question. In 96, what they asked, the river most mentioned in the early in this Vedic literature. So they showed, they gave option, you see, they gave option. First option was Sindhu, second was the Shatudri, okay, third option was the Saraswati, and fourth was the Ganga. Now if someone is smart and he has seen the what is the Shatudri river, okay, then he will attempt the question they asked in this 25. Okay, 25, what they asked, they asked rivers and the Mahajanapadas. Okay, Asmaka, they ask Godavari, Kamboja, Vipas, Avanti, Mahanadi, Kosala, Sharayu. Okay, just I told Kosala and Sharayu, this is correct. Asma Godavari, this is correct. But what about this? You know, Mahanadi is eastern bank, so you can eliminate. But what about this? Kamboja, that is located in Vipas. We are saying Kamboja is in this Afghanistan, border of Afghanistan. But what about this particular Vipas? If you don't know which river was called Vipas, then you obviously will lose mark. So you need to go for 50-50 because already we have eliminated one. So obviously answer will be either 3 or 2. So you need to take guess on the B or C. But to make your preparation foolproof, what you need to do? You need to see the question and need to make the notes. So this is what I did. So after seeing this particular question, Sutudri, so in last year only I made notes on this one. So I searched which river called Sutudri. So I just got to know which river. So then what I did, I started like other rivers also started naming, seeing the name for other river. Now the Satluj was called as Sutudri in Rigveda. Now if you see this notes I made in last year only. So Jhelum was known as a Vitasta. Okay, Vitasta or Vipasha. Okay, this was the Jhelum's name. So from this you can tell that this question are correct or not. For that only why the previous year question important, not a question but the options are important. So these are the rivers. They again might ask question because they asked 2 times. Okay, so now see the Saraswati, the 2006 question I shown. Saraswati is the most mentioned river in the Indus Valley. Okay, sorry, the Vedic time. So what people will do, they will say either will go with the Sindhu or Ganga. But it is not Sindhu, not Ganga. It was the Saraswati, which is the most mentioned river in the Vedic time. Then the Sindhu, Ganga, they were the lifeline of Vedic people because this civilization was located between the Ganga Yamuna Doab, and from it was extended from the Sindhu to the till Yamuna and Ganga here. Now the Yamuna was mentioned as tributary of Saraswati. Okay, there is one theory that Saraswati is the one of the river which is flows underground or it is disappeared in the geographical time. Okay, so but the Vedic text mention Yamuna is the tributary of Saraswati. Okay, not Ganga. So this is important thing. Now which are the river mentioned in Rigveda? First Satluj mentioned as Sutudri, Bias mentioned as a sorry, it is something wrong happened. Just check it where is Bias located. Okay, so Bias It is also known as Battle of Tanking. Okay, just I will check where is Beas located. What was the name of Beas? I guess Beas was only known as a Vipas there. Yeah, Beas was known as a Vipasa or Vipash. The Beas was known as Vipash, and this is the place where we see the battle of 10 king that mentioned in Vedic period that fought on the bank of the Vipasya or Beas. Saying Chenab was known as the Ashikini. Okay, so Ashikini means meaning of Ashikini is dark water. So just while referring, I told you Jhalam is a Vipasya. Now Jhalam is a Vitasta. Okay, Beas is a Vipasya. So sorry for my mistake. So Jhalam is a Vitasta and Beas is a Vipasya here. And this Jhalam is also mentioned in later Vedic text. Okay, Nandi Nandi Stuti Sukta. Okay, this is later Vedic text where they have mentioned Jhalam also. Then Gomti, this is one of the river that mentioned in Rigveda. Okay, next important river in India is the Godavari. It is called as Dakshina Ganga. Okay, the Brahma Purana mention it as a Gautami. Okay, due to its association with Gautama Rishi. So it is said that Gautama Rishi brought the Godavari to the earth. Okay, that's why it is called as Gautama, and it is mentioned in Brahma Purana. Okay, next the Mahabharata, Varaha Purana and Shiva Purana. It recognizes one of the 7 sacred rivers. Okay, one of the 7 sacred rivers. This Mahabharata, Varaha Purana, Shiva Purana. Okay, next there is again interpretation that this Ghagar and Hakara river, Ghagar Hakara river. Okay, Ghagar and Hakara river. Ghagar and Akra river, they were known as Saraswati river there. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, then another important river is the Narmada. Okay, Narmada. So Narmada mentioned in the post-Vedic text. Okay, so not in Vedic text. Next is the Kaveri river. Kaveri is the most sacred river in South India. So when it comes to Kaveri river, it is mentioned in Hindu text. Which Hindu text? The Mahabharata, Puranas, but not in Rigveda. The Kaveri not mentioned in Rigveda, not Rigveda. So remember things. Kaveri is not mentioned in Rigveda. So then again, the Kaveri is considered one of the 7 most sacred rivers in India. Okay, which are the 5 the rivers in North India and the 2 that is South India, Godavari and Kaveri. These all considered as 7 sacred rivers in India. Also, it is sometimes referred as Ardha Ganga. So Kaveri is referred as Ardha Ganga. So this is the important fact. Then in ancient Tamil literature, okay, Tamil literature, this name new river known as Ponni river. So Tamil literature known as a Ponni river, and this other Vedic literature or later Vedic literature known as here it is known as Ardha Ganga. So Ponni is the Tamil name, Ardha Ganga is name given in Vedic time or post Vedic time, and Kaveri is not mentioned in Rigveda. So that is the thing you need to remember. So after that, again one thing you need to see there, what they are asking places and the region. Okay, so this is the different question, but what we have seen now, we have seen the in Vedic time what they are doing, they are asking the Mahajanapadas and the rivers associated with Mahajanapadas. Okay, now the next time what they will ask question, they will ask the Mahajanapadas and which plateau, on which plateau these places are located. So let's see the Mahajanapadas, where are these Mahajanapadas, and go through these plateaus in India. So this is the Bundelkhand plateau. So which Mahajanapada do you think located on Bundelkhand plateau? Bagelkhand plateau, Chota Nagpur plateau, Deccan plateau. Deccan is more important, like easier to tell, that is a Asmaka. Malwa is important, you can Avanti that directly tell. Okay, so the issue comes when it is Bundelkhand, Bagelkhand plateau. Okay, Chota Nagpur plateau, it is also not major Mahajanapada located here, because Anga was the in Bihar currently. Okay, Bihar region. So important to see Malwa, this Bundelkhand, Bagelkhand. So let's see the which are the Mahajanapada located in these three plateaus. Okay, so this is the task you need to do for yourself. Okay, so these are the, with this we'll finish this today's discussion. Next time we'll start with the other, the cave architecture. We'll see and other some important places that came in UPSC and important from the perspective of ancient and medieval India, that we'll see to next session. Okay, all right, thank you very much.